Now, what are the techniques of better classroom control? Focus attention on entire class. Now, here some of the tips being given because you are ultimately going to become teachers. So, if you are going to have good class management, well, a good class management in different classes would ultimately result in a good teaching learning and environment in whole of the school or the institution, and hence bring good name to the institution. So what individual special educator should do, what techniques he should adopt, it may vary, as I said, from person to person, but mostly we expect that whatever you do, attention of entire class, you should focus attention on entire class. It should not be that you are concentrating on one segment of the class, you are constantly looking there. No, you are in a very natural manner, you are talking to the class, different section of the class, so none section of the class feels deprived. Then don't talk over students chatter. When the students are conversing with one another, then you should first bring them calm and then start off. Silence can be effective. Use softer voice so students really have to listen to what you are saying. Direct your instruction so that the students know what is going to happen. Then monitor groups of students to check progress. There are more techniques which are mentioned. Most of them are self-explanatory, so I would not explain and save the time. Move around the class so students have to pay attention more readily. Don't stick on to the rostrum. That means do not cling on to the rostrum as if one is glued to the rostrum. No, the teacher might move up and down the class where some students are uneasy or uncomfortable. Move up to them, calm them down. Your very presence there would calm them down. You need not have to say something. Give students non-verbal cues. Now, you may not utter a word. Just gazing at a particular student would mean a lot to him or her. So your face expression, your facial gestures, that play an important role. Engage in low profile interventions of disruption. Students are students, children are children. By that I mean children would misbehave at times. At times they may get unruly also. Then the sharp reactions, crashing them, that is the worst one, should be avoided. Make sure classroom is comfortable and safe. Overplan your lesson to ensure that you fill the period with learning activities. Now, what does that mean? When you have teaching practice in your practice code that is 3600, there you will experience that. That you have less your lesson plan at times. You have to take class for 35 minutes. Your lesson plan, the contents would expire, say, after 5 6 minutes, 10 minutes. What should you do next? Similar situation can arise in your normal class when you are left with nothing to speak. And that is the time that students are very intelligent. Then they would obviously become uneasy, unruly, and may create problems. Come to the class prepared. Show confidence in your teaching. Learn students' name and as quickly as possible. If you are going to call them by names, that they are really going to feel good about it. It would be a sort of personal lays development. Then with itness. What rambling mean? Wandering around off the subject, using far-fetched example and analogy. You as a teacher are delivering lectures on a particular topic, and one a student gets up and he asks a question that's funny question, or it has no relation to the talk which is going on, or he is dragging you to a different direction rather than the lecture should follow. So, what should be your reaction as a teacher? Refocus attention by restating relevant point. Come back to your point with different words, different argument, but remain there rather than entangling yourself with that student, or getting yourself involved in argumentation. Direct questions to group that is back on the subject. You may use question answer technique to bring them around to the topic. Ask how topic relates to the current topic being discussed. Bring similarity and dissimilarity. Now, another sort of behavior which is undesirable is shyness or silence or lack of participation. Some student is not participating in the activities going on in the class. You are delivering lecture with full vigor and energy, and he or she, that student, is seldom moved. Right, he's staring with blank eyes, blank looks. Now, what should be the reaction of the, or the possible response of the teacher? Change teaching strategy from group discussion to individual written exercises. Despite the effort, you cannot invoke interest of the student to have participation. Right, then good enough. Here is the question, write the answers. So they will perforce join in. Give strong positive reinforcement for any contribution. Some those of students who are positively contributing, who are actively contributing, give them reinforcement, give them shabas, give them well done, give them a star, give them make a star on their cheeks. If they are small boys, they would be very happy, and others would also like to behave in the same manner. Involve by directing, asking her a question, then make eye contact. That you may, if you gaze upon someone who is idle means lazy, he or she may get the energizer from that gaze. Opine to be small group leader, opine to be small group leader. Now, somebody who's lazy, give him a task. Start a project of 4 or 5 kids, different projects given to different groups. So make that rather lazy boy who is shy or silent, that you are the leader, carry out group discussion, and ultimately give the consensus opinion and give the presentation. This is reverse of what we discussed. Talkativeness, knowing everything. So what is the possible response? Acknowledge comments made. Then what? Give limited time to express point or feeling, and then move on. Then make eye contact. Eye contact is very important to correct the undesirable behavior. Give the person individual attention during the breaks. Now, one who is more talkative is indirectly seeking your attention. So give him her attention during the break. Say, that's interesting point. Now let's see what others people think. If somebody is talking, just to give them a rather shut up call, move on to somebody else. Then sharp shooting. Sharp shooting means somebody is trying to let you down. Normally in special education class, we won't see that happening. They are not that smart. But then there might be some students who are too intelligent among blind or hearing impaired that they may, if you are a new student, sorry, new teacher coming to the class, they may try to befool you. So, what is the possible response? Admit that you do not know the answer and redirect the question, the group, or the individual who asked it. Somebody is, trying to let you down by asking a question academically. Acknowledge that this is a giant learning experience. Tell her, be frank. Tomorrow, I don't know the meaning of this word. Tomorrow, I'll check up and confirm. There's nothing wrong about that. Nobody can be claimed to be Mr. Know-all. Ignore the behavior. Then heckling or arguing or disagreeing with everything you say. Somebody is trying to, some students, one or two may be getting fussy. Whatever you say, they come up with some different opinion for the sake of argumentation, argumentation for the sake of argumentation. So redirect the question to group or supportive individual. Recognize participants' feeling and move on. Acknowledge positive points and ignore the rest. And you can come up with this dialogue. I appreciate your comments, but I would like to hear